Hi, thanks for joining. It's Patty from PS Paper Crafts, and I want to show you how to make this birthday card. This is probably not a video that you would have thought that I would, or the product that I would use for one of the first cards out of the new catalog, but I saw the spiral die, and my son is a tie-dye nut. He loves tie-dye. His birthday is this month, May, so I decided I would just go ahead, dive in with this. It's a background stamp, and make him a tie-dye birthday card. So it says, Happy B-Day. It's your day, enjoy it. So I use the Happiest of Birthdays. This is a great set. This takes up practically the whole front of the card. I didn't want to block too much of this, so I looked for the little Happy B-Day there. So let's get started. I like to use the Stamparatus with these big background stamps because putting them on a block is just too awkward to use. So the first thing I'll do is I'm going to open up my Stamparatus. I like to put the case underneath it. If you have a MISTI, you can use your MISTI, whatever stamping positioning tool you have. And then I already have like a little line. You can't put magnets on this to hold it in place because you want to stamp the whole entire area. So I just kind of found a place that I wanted to put it. You lay this on top, and it's hard to know if it's centered. I tried to just make sure it was kind of straight, although it really doesn't matter because I don't think tie-dye needs to be straight. And you just press this down, and when you pick it up, it'll stick. So it's pretty cool. And then we want to just keep this in place here. So what I'm doing is I'm getting 3 colors on this. I'm using Pacific Point, Granny Apple Green, and Daffodil Delight. And this way I can just color it right on the stamp, and then I'm going to spritz it before I stamp it just to get it kind of a groovy look. So I'm going to just start coloring from the inside, and I'm using the broader, like the felt tip and pen or side of it, so that I can get some good coverage here. And I'm just going to speed this up. I will go from the blue to the green to the yellow, and I'm just going to kind of go around in different parts of it. It's kind of weird. But just go for it, and I'm going to speed this up. Okay, so I've got it all done. And now I'm going to move this away because I don't want to get it wet, but I'm going to take one of the spritzers, and this is just water, and I'll just take it the top off, and I have water inside, and I'm just going to spray it just to give it kind of a a watercolor kind of look, I guess. And I'm going to put this right back in that corner. So since I didn't use the magnets, I want to make sure I put it pretty much in the same place. I mean, it doesn't have to be 100% perfect. And then we'll just close the door and press down. And I just really want to press on the whole thing and let it kind of absorb in. So I'm going to do this for a little bit longer than I normally would. It's such a big stamp. This will make sure the whole thing goes down. Okay, let's lift it up. It almost looks to me, this whole area, like when we used to do finger painting. So I'm going to put this aside, and I'm going to let this just dry. And see, it's a little blotchy there, but I think that's kind of cool. Makes it what you want it to look like. Okay, so now I'm going to do the happy birthday. And I did this by just coloring 2 different colors. I didn't do all three. I just did the Granny Apple Green on the happy birthday or happy B-Day. You know, we have to shorten everything now. I see a lot with the HBD, which is kind of cute. You need a little code book sometimes to figure out. Sometimes I look at something and I have no idea what it says. I have to actually go and Google it because I don't know what they're talking about. Whole new world out there. And you got to keep up with it if you want to talk to your kids and your grandkids. So I didn't normally, when I color on my stamps with, and these are Stampin Write markers, they're the water-based. Do not do this with your Stampin' blends, any of it. Don't ever color your stamps with the alcohol Stampin' blends, the ones that are square. These are the water-based ones. You can go right on, and usually you breathe on it, but we didn't do that here because we misted it, so we were okay. So I'm going to just breathe on this. And it just really moistens it. I'm going to do it this way because I'm not exactly sure how big the punch is. Okay, so I thought that was a cute kind of way to do it. And then I'm using this postage stamp. And I was going to cut right up against it, but I thought this was good. It just gives it another layer of white. And it's a good size. So we'll just get it all straight and punch it out. And let's do the inside. So the inside I did the same thing. I just colored. So you don't need any stamps with this. You can do everything with your markers. So let me get this and my inside layer. And then the card base is Pacific Point as well. So when you do this, it's good to, I know I started with the blue here, but when you're going to do something close like this, you want to start with your lighter color so that you don't end up picking up, like if you were to do the blue and then you were to do the yellow, you might pick up some blue on your marker from the yellow. I hope that makes sense. And it just, you could just, you know, color on some scrap paper to get it back to yellow, but you're getting, you know, the darker color ink on your marker, on your lighter marker. And that's sometimes not a good thing to do. Okay, so we're going to do the Daffodil Delight, the Granny Apple Green. Now if I get yellow on this, it's not going to be a problem. So we'll just go right along, and it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be the same every time. We just do the best we can. That was my dog, Bailey, snoring. I don't know if you heard it. He is quite the snorer lately. I took him to the vet today because his ears were bothering him. And they were all clear, but better to be safe than sorry. He's got those ears that just stand straight up, and they usually seem pretty clean and not ever, you know, ear infections, but it was bothering him, so I took him. Okay, enough about Bailey, right? So we have all of this done, and I didn't put anything else in the inside. I just thought this was enough. I could have put, you know, maybe part of the tie-dye, but I just left it this way. Now we're just going to hope that this is all inked up good. You can't really see it until you stamp it. So I'm just going to hold it there for a second, and there you go. Kind of fun, right? I hope you can see it. The 3 different colors. I thought it went pretty well together. So then we're going to take some white baker's twine. I think this was out of the catalog and it came back, which made me very happy. I like baker's twine. I like different colors. What am I looking for? I'm looking for my Scotch tape here. So I'm going to just put a piece of Scotch tape on the back of this end. Yeah, I think the new catalog has quite a few colors, which is nice. So we'll go around. And if you don't have the new catalog and you want a copy, you can let me know. I can mail you a copy, or if you go on to my website, pspapercrafts.com, you can click on a PDF of it, you know, an online version. So let's just put a piece of tape down here. I mean, I like to look at the hard copy, but you can always look on the site too. They have, you can search for different things. That's another good way to look at things. So let's put this down. I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal. And I want to get it nice and down. I'm going to put kind of a lot on because this was a little wet, so it got a little curled. Not bad. I want to make sure it's down nice and flat. Let's see. I think I like this side better. So very easy card and kind of fun. I don't know if it's as fun as tie-dyeing, but it's kind of a different look, different than my typical style. But you got to make your kids the stuff that they like, right? Kids and grandkids. So let's just take the backs off. And you can put some gems on this. I didn't think it needed it. I did put the bow, but I didn't want to glitz it up too much because it's for a guy. A bow's okay, right? There we go. So I'm almost out of this. I'm just going to tie it, and then I'll put it on with a glue dot. And I did the 3 around, but I'll only do the 1 single bow. So let me just cut off the ends. And let's get a glue dot. So I'll just put it like in a little, kind of little ball. It only takes a little bit to hold this down. I went out a little bit too far. I like it right up against it. So there we go. Let's put the inside in and we're done. So I did see in the catalog, I'll have to try that. It looks like, and I'll show you in a second, it looks like they stamped the whole thing and then they moved it and stamped it with a different color. So I'm gonna have to give that a try. Let me get it in the catalog and show you. So this is the new catalog. In the past, I could only see the front, show you the front, and here we are. So isn't this cool? So it looks like they did it in the yellow, and then they must have just moved it a little bit and had, stamped it again in pink. And I think that's really cool as well. So I'm going to give that a try on another card. But these are the 2 for today. I hope you enjoyed this and come back and watch again. Take care. Bye.